pulpit. You're waiting on somebody to give you prophetic. Go where the flock is and feed them. You might have to go out in the streets and feed them. But go somewhere and do something, because he said that's where I am. He says, I have compared thee. I want you to know, although you're really complaining about me, says God, I want you to know I have compared thee, O my love, to a company of horses in Pharaoh's chariot. The power of God in the church is astronomical.
My God.
I have compared to, come on, saying, you sit and wait for a blessing, but all the power in here is greater than all of Pharaoh's horses. I don't know what you're complaining about. I didn't leave my church. Come on. You're the one looking for Boaz and Bozo, but I'm still here. I'm telling you, the power is still here for you. Goes on to say, I want you to know how much I love you. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver. All the graces are in here. The grace of love is here for you. The grace of peace is here for you. The grace of everything that you need is in the church. What are you complaining about? You're complaining because you don't need me. You want me to kiss you with a word directed for you. And you want me to draw you. And when I draw you, then you're going to run after me. And I want you to run after me. Come on, say it. Goes on to say, a bundle of myrrh is my well-beloved unto me. He shall lie all night betwixt my breath. My beloved is unto me as a cluster of camphor in the vineyards of El-Gidai. And this is a strange thing. Myrrh is sweet. Did you know myrrh is one of the greatest? Myrrh is sweet. And not only is it sweet, it's one of the things that they use for embalming. So I want you to know that you can rest in my bosom, and you will be sweet like myrrh to me. You are so sweet to me. You're concerned about where am I? I want you to know that you're like a jewel to me. I want you to know the church is like all of Pharaoh's horses. It's all in here for you. I want you to know that you can rest in my bosom, because I can pull you to my bosom. Come on. I can pull you to, come on, say, I can pull you to my bosom. And then he goes on to say, in addition to that, it's like camphor, which is something for healing. You know, camphor is good for healing. I don't know if you young people know anything about camphor, but my mother didn't take us to doctors. She used all kinds of things like camphor and all that stuff. And we never went to a doctor because we didn't know how to get there. I mean, we didn't have money to get there, but we never had to go there, because when she finished with all that old stuff, it fixes, you see. But his love is like that. It is not only, see, people want to be healed, but you got to put your head on his bosom, and you got to get close enough to him so that the healing can come. And so it's like camphor to you when you put your head there, but it's also like myrrh and spikenard. It's real sweet, you see. So the healing can come without any real discomfort, you know, because you're so close to him, and the love is so real until the healing comes, and then you don't even know that you've been healed. He's calling his church into his bosom. He goes on to say, behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes. That's eyes of peace. You know, you're not grasping for anything. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Yeah, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. The beams of our house are cedar, and the rafters are fir. We don't have to look anywhere for the church. He's in the church. Everything is in the church that we need. Can you see that? The beams are like cedar. That's very powerful and very strong wood. Fir is very soft but very real. So what are you looking for? The reason you're looking is you're looking outside of him, the king. I'm calling you to me. I'm calling you to run after me. I'm calling you to let me be be your Boaz. I'm calling you in to the church. It is in the church where I am. It is here where my rafters are like cedar. It's here where all the horses of Pharaoh can't give you the power that I have. It is in the church. And I tell you, if we are going to seek the Lord for him to become our king, we have to have a single-eyed view of him and him alone. And I believe that he can supernaturally move us out of this place where we are searching for someone to satisfy that emptiness in us that only God can satisfy. I'm praying, as a pastor prophesied to me, I want the church to pray about it. Our young people will not find a husband outside of the church that's going to be a Boaz to them. Most of us who found our bozos were not submitted nor committed to the authority of the church.
Yes.
And the reason we were not is because we have never, ever been committed or submitted to our parents. Come on. We brought our bozos to our parents and say we're going to get married. Or we already married. We never even asked their opinion. We never gave them an opportunity to say, let me pray about it. As a matter of fact, we did our own thing and we ended up with bozo. When it came to the church, I'm speaking to us as we look at when we came to the church, we came with the same spirit behind us. We brought our bozos to the church and say, this is who I'm going to marry, or we're going to get married. And we always did it after we had entered into a relationship with them. Not before, always after. And even if the authority said, I think you ought to think about it or pray about it, we did not hear it. So that's why the church is full of people recuperating from bozos and trying to find a Boaz. Now, we just have to, the only thing I can think of is that we as women can be intercessors now to pray our church into position, pray our families into position. That may be the redemptive sacrifice we have to pay for what we did not do. Yes. Some of us have had 3 husbands, and I think we've had our litter, and we're still looking. Let's look to the King. She is training them, calling forth the bride of Christ for intercession, for a passion for intercession. And I believe it's going to be the intercession that's going to bring them back into place and bring the church into the kingdom. Amen.